The most America fuck yeah. Well, not really. Of movies. Not
It
really.
would be if it was an American saving the president.
I would say, hey, was there a competition? Was this like the 50 Cent Kanye thing where they said, hey, we're gonna put out Olympus Has Fallen. You guys put out White House Down. Who? Because both of these movies came out in the same year.
Yeah, same year.
You know what, Eris? What we really get with Hollywood every now and then is when two ideas spring up, and one may have started before the other, but two ideas come up, and somehow, some way, they come out in the exact same year, around the exact same time, and people get confused.
Here's a fun fact.
Apparently, Olympus Has Fallen was the better one. So here we go.
No, here's the thing. I disagree.
Yeah, I know, Eric. Shut up. We're getting to that. Let's go.
Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. So today, folks, we're talking about Olympus Has Fallen. Here's the funny thing, D.
Olympus is down.
Olympus Has Fallen was supposed to be a parody of White House Down,
and it turned out to be the better.
And it's no, not the better. It turned out to make more money than White House Down.
It made more money.
I still feel a lot of the big thing on Twitter at the time that both of these movies came out. White House Down was the better movie narratively, but Olympus Has Fallen made more money than White House Down.
I think one went more kaboom to the other, and that's what really won it.
Well, yeah, everybody liked Olympus Has Fallen because of all, Gerard Butler, Mr. 300 himself, and just how wang bang boom that whole fucking movie was. Meanwhile,
and for some reason, white people,
Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx on the other side.
And for some reason, white people have fallen in love, like over the moon with Morgan Freeman. And
yeah, he was on the face of it.
So much so, when I see Angela Bassett show up, I go, "You wasn't this? How did Morgan Freeman beat you out?"
Top billing.
Question.
That's how it goes.
Did anybody else notice that this was the White House interpretation of Die Hard?
Yeah. See, that's what I thought it was going to go.
It was Die Hard White House edition.
But White House Down was the same way.
White House Down was cleaner in terms.
It was
of
a lot cleaner.
With their Die Hard. This one was more grittier and gruffer because you have Gerard Butler playing, the John McClane, except he's not a fucking everyman.
Yeah, he's not an everyman at all.
Chris, now this reminds me of the Rick and Morty episode that just came on about Die Hard. The thing that got me was
my man was like, "Oh, so you're gonna have a gun behind your head like in Die Hard?"
No, she was like this. She was like, she doesn't follow the rules of Die Hard, which makes her the ultimate McClane.
That episode was fucking hilarious because
Peter Dinklage made that whole episode way better for no reason. Because look, it was so funny. When I heard his voice, I was like, when I heard his voice, Angie was like, "That's a good Alan Rickman." I was like, "Hey, wait a minute. That's an American doing a British accent, but it's a good British. That's Peter Dinklage."
Here's the thing, folks. You know what pissed me off about this movie? Now, this movie is coming to us from Millennium Entertainment. As I said at the end of the last episode, Millennium Entertainment was the remnants of Golden Globus. Mm-hmm. At the time that Olympus Has Fallen came out, they were on the roll making a lot of movies. Like they did the first two Expendable movies. Expendables 2 had came out already at this point. They had
Rambo 4.
Yeah, Rambo 4. Scott Adkins had the ninja movies under them and stuff, and they had the Boyka Undisputed movies, which to this day I'm still amazed that dude literally just said, "Fuck you, black people. It's going back to the white man."
Scott Adkins pretty much owns the Undisputed franchise now.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, Chris, going to the Russians, played by a British man.
I know, right? We're rooting for the Russian man. It's like, after the second one, I was like, all right, black man beats the shit out of the Russian. Third one, we're rooting for the Ruskies. I'm like, that was weird.
No, but we're his friend now because he let the black guy free at the end with him. Remember? It was a buddy thing.
Yeah.
I've never seen Boyka.
Boyka's actually really good.
No, I did see Boyka. That's what happened in Boyka.
Yeah,
anyway,
Boyka. They did 4 of those movies, and I was like,
I didn't see the 4th one.
The fourth one was actually pretty good, but Millennium Entertainment, they kind of follow the updated model of Golden Globus, where they just make these boisterous movies that have good box office returns because the budgets aren't stupid ridiculous. Basically, your budget's going to be, because the budget's low, the special effects is going to be a bit wonky. Expendables, they were able to cover up a lot of that shit. White House Down, ladies and gentlemen, I have never seen a movie that is so fucking lazy. Olympus Has Fallen. Most movies, when
we're gonna be doing that all episode. I already know that.
Most movies, when they say that it's filmed in DC, they get B-roll shots. Even Tyler Perry, when he did, Temptations, he did B-roll shots of DC and Georgetown and shit to kind of give you at least the illusion that it's in DC, even though it's in fucking Atlanta, right?
I gotta be real with you, Chris. A lot of those DC shots in that movie look like they got them off of Vector.
I know, but you still believe it's like, all right, there's something. Yeah, at least it's something, right? You kind of sort of believed it, right?
Look at this. No, look. I know this is giving away the plot a little bit because we're going to go through it, but look at this. Look at this shit. That is the most CG looking Washington, D.C.
This movie was
What is that?
This movie was filmed in fucking Louisiana, and the street scenes were filmed in Brooklyn, New York. That is lazy as shit. What the fuck?
Go-go music stops.
Woo, and here's the shitty part. They couldn't even get the dimensions right because the Koreans that are attacking DC, 1 minute they're flying over Northern Virginia and somehow they hit DC airspace just like that. And I'm like, whoa.
Just like that. They don't even cross over anything. Like you were coming from the Chesapeake Bay. That means you're coming through Maryland, not through Virginia. And even if you did go through...
Well, let's be real. Let's be real. Anyone who's not paying attention would just assume that it's part of the White House detail.
Dude, the front of the White House doesn't look like the...
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about how, come on. We all live in this area. We know we always see random choppers flying around.
Oh man, the rando choppers. I was telling her something about, you'll hear rando choppers, and then you hear one chopper. You're like, oh, Marine One. And do you hear more rando choppers following it behind? Because that's the goddamn president.
Oh,
but I get the frustration, Chris, because real talk, when you have the news, news correspondent choppers flying around, that's one thing. When you got White House detail flying around, that's another thing. When you have an entire Hind D leading the charge of North Koreans into the White House,
I got a question.
It was so obvious that it was filmed in Louisiana because the okay, I want people to understand the scale here, okay? The scale that they show of DC from the mall to the White House is small as shit. It makes it seem as though the mall, as soon as you step foot outside the gates of the White House, boom, you're on the mall. We've been in DC. You know how much distance between the front of the fucking White House and the mall is? That's a walk. That is a fucking walk.
turn, and a long walk down, then you're going to hit something.
Joel Silver would have did a better job. He would have actually filmed some shit in DC.
It's not
like,
wrong.
Dog, hey, yo, here's the thing, too. At least G.I. Joe filmed shit in DC. At least they filmed it in DC.
Hell,
the only thing I can say
in DC.
Now, let me get this straight. None of this was shot in DC. Nothing.
All Louisiana and some of the street shots was in Brooklyn, New York.
Could have fooled me because
you want to know the truth?
Even I was wondering how the hell. I'm sorry. Even I was wondering how the hell is any of this DC? Everything looked way too clean.
Thank you.
The one thing I had a problem with, now a lot of people will know this. DC is a southern city. Trust me, when it gets summertime out here, it gets very Delta-like around this motherfucker. But that being said, even in that, I'm looking at the trees. Did you see the trees in front of the White House? Mm-hmm. Did you notice they look very droopy and hot? And Lord have mercy, the vapors. Did it look like that?
That was very Louisiana weather. Like
none of this DC.
They didn't even try to give you, at least lie to you that this was the White House with the gates and all that stuff. I was like,
no. Then again, you know how much money this probably would have cost Millennium to film all this shit in DC.
Yeah, it would have cost a lot because it would have.
B-roll shots is all they needed. Was just give me some fucking B-roll shots. You CGI DC though, man.
Here's the thing: you could have got B-roll shots, or you could just get somebody to put that on the CGI. We ain't got to put a chop out there. We didn't
CGI looks so horrible to where when the fucking KC-130 fucking bomber that is so fucking advanced that it's just raining hellfire all over the unfortunate employees of the State Department.
Chris, I got a question.
All of them, I'm like,
you were in the Air Force, Chris. So I got a question. If a big ass bomber is that close to Washington, D.C., headed toward it, while there is, I don't know, a prime minister in the city, wouldn't there be more red flags to go off before he touches Prince George's County?
And both of you guys will agree, they wouldn't have asked those people to turn around. They would have blew that shit out the fucking sky. Done. They wouldn't even ask. They wouldn't even contact them. Just boom.
They would have blew it out the sky, and they would have been apologizing to a bunch of niggas in Dumfries. Hey man, we had it. Look, we sorry that big ass thing fell on top of that school. They was coming for the president, baby. We saw him.
First of all, they would have picked. First of all, that shit would have been picked up on scanners. Second of all, they would have identified what it was, and they would have said, "Look, we ain't got that. That's not ours." Andrews, what is it doing? What is it doing in the DMV airspace?
Somebody from Andrews would have already had like bunch of F-16s flying out to that shit before it even hits.
Nigga,
when y'all saw two of them,
could have went after that.
When y'all saw two of them, did y'all say the same thing? No.
There'll be more.
Let me tell you something, y'all. During 9/11, we all right beside. I still live right beside Andrews Air Force Base. Do you know during 9/11 how many jets was lifting off of there?
I think Modern Warfare 2.
Crap!
Remember the part where the Russians invaded the United States and you just see F-16s flying everywhere and shit.
Here's the best part.
That's exactly what happened in 9/11.
Oh, you look, and y'all know it because we're blocks away from each other. Our schools are blocks away. Granted, I'm probably closer to Andrews than y'all, but actually, I think we're about the same. Whatever. The point is this. The fact that we heard constant. No, both towers have fell at this point. They're still zooming around.
It really is like making MJ biopic with everything filmed in Seattle. It's like, bro, like
Seattle.
Like I'm supposed to believe Gerard Butler is working in the fucking State Department and shit
in
his building.
Eris. Now I wish I had a picture of Sir Mix-a-Lot. Big Beauty Music stops. I like big what, nigga?
So the movie is about one man named Mike Bandon. He's a former Army Ranger who is assigned to the Secret Service, and he has a very budding relationship with President Asher. And
they box in the beginning of this movie because they're buddies.
They were in college together. Well, they weren't in college together, but they make it seem as though that they were kind of like college friends or some shit and stuff.
Either way,
and look, man,
these two got history.
Yeah, they got
these two got clear history. Look, man. Look, one's an Army Ranger, the other one just so happens to be the president of the United States. Hey, look, as you do.
No, D, hold up, D. I can make this even funnier. See, one happens to be Leonidas, the other one is Two-Face.
And then we got Kiss the Girls.
then it took you a minute.
Then we got a Kiss the Girls reunion with Ashley Judd and Morgan Freeman in the movie. Hi, Ashley.
Oh man, hi Ashley. Hi Ashley Judd. Hey D. Yes, you wanted to tell us about your little secret crush over Ashley Judd? Okay, it's not a crush so much that I thought she looked good, and I was like a teenager, and I was like, ugh. You know, so but I know it's Ashley Judd. Trust me.
She ain't touching Diane.
No, I never seen her naked, but for whatever reason, I thought she was cute. It would have hit me until I hit 20 years old. I was like, the fuck? I used to look at the chipmunk cheeks. That's what it was. Okay, cool.
she ain't touching Diane Lane, but you know.
I will give her this though. Ashley did age very gracefully for a white.
Yeah, very gracefully. Because she was in the good, she plays the villain in the Divergent movies, which to this day I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck those movies were about.
I just like the fact that I just like the fact that Double Jeopardy didn't make her a star. That's what D remembers.
Kiss the Girls did, but not Double
Kiss
Jeopardy.
The Girls didn't. No, it didn't. It barely did. It barely moved that needle for the Ashley, man. It barely did, in my opinion.
Well, let's be real.
I gotta answer this. He said this is on par with Leon Kennedy going from rookie cop to Secret Service agent sent by the president to save his daughter. First of all, man has 6 years. All right. He got picked up after surviving Raccoon City. Got trained. Went on missions leading up to going to Eastern Europe and saving the president's daughter.
What thing is this?
Nah, D's keeping it more of a buck. Army Ranger. Shut the fuck up. That's different. That Army Ranger is a half hair away from being a Navy SEAL. Mm-hmm. They're Navy SEAls without all the fucking trauma. That's all they are.
All I'm saying
is we went to the training without crying, nigga.
My man, you have two routes. Army Ranger or Green Beret. Either way.
Now I gotta ask you this, guys.
Either way. Look, listen.
It's like, nigga, you could be Solid Snake or Rambo. Pick one.
Hey, man, which one you want to do, dog? Which one you want to be?
Artificial human or PTSD for the rest of your life?
Well,
you want to be.
I go the other route.
You want to be Cypher Filter, or do you want to be Ghost Recon? Which one you want to be?
No. Siphon Filter or Splinter Cell. Take your pick.
Yeah, Cypher Filter, Splinter Cell. Cypher Filter, Splinter Cell. Here's me. Michael Ironside. Yeah, that's a good choice. Michael Ironside.
Nobody wants to be fucking Siphon Filter, even though I love those games. But
I know. It's so funny. Siphon Filter, and Siphon Filter, Metal Gear Solid, and what's the name? All three of them. All three of them just did different shit in the same genre.
989 Studios had very a crude gameplay to the early Siphon Filters. It was very
crude. They really was. Oh man, you can bolo through that motherfucker. Like seriously,
you can use the silencer and just. I'm like, wow, this shit is fucking OP as hell.
And then when you run, your body is like this, but your legs are doing this.
Oh, it's doing this like.
It's like you on this little weird thing where you going on like.
It's like your legs suddenly go on rails.
Here's my thing.
There's a reason why 989 ain't here no more, y'all. This is really where we're going at.
989 Studios.
I will never forget 989 Studios for ruining NFL Game Day. I will never
never forgive them for ruining fucking Cool Borders. How do you go from Cool Borders 2 to
Cool Borders, bro?
Cool Borders 2 was like peak, and then Cool Borders 3 came out. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Anyways, speaking of what the fuck is this shit, here's my thing. So there's a weird relationship at work here when you're BFFs with the president that you're protecting, and his wife is looking at you like she wants to fuck you when you give her the right choice in earrings. That's very weird, isn't it?
No, it's not. You're Leonidas.
You are.
I'm Gerard Butler, and this is a very, very convincing American accent, isn't it?
He talks out of the side of his mouth, D.
Prior to this, I was also in a romantic comedy. I was very believable.
Gerard Butler was, you know what? You're right.
I was also the Phantom of the Opera, where I sang.
Gerard Butler before 300 was the guy in romantic comedies. As soon as he got on that fucking raw chicken and rice diet and got 8 packs of shit, that went out the window. It's like no more romantic comedy.
We can't look at you the same anymore.
Do you like how?
He played a bounty hunter in a romantic comedy.
Well, afterwards, but even then, it's like nah, bro.
Like, dude,
Let me tell you why acting ability doesn't fucking matter. Michael Fassbender was in that movie with him, and I have to remind people that Michael Fassbender was in that movie. It's like acting doesn't mean nothing. Who was hotter? Personally, it was Michael Fassbender. But I get why everybody chose Gerard Butler.
Who had the better beard?
Who had the better line? We shall fight in the shade, nigga. If your dick didn't get hard.
Here's the sick part, though, D. we forget that he was in 300, but we only got reminded he was in 300 when he was beasting out as Magneto, and I was like, "Hey, it's that guy!"
I did say that. I literally said, "Oh, so that's who Michael Fassbender."
We all pulled we all pulled the Rick Dalton.
Oh, no, Aaron, no, Chris. I did this 2 years after X-Men came out, and I saw 300. I said, God. Oh yeah, Eris. My wife wanted to tell you, and I'm saying this live on air. My wife wanted to tell you, Eris, go get help. We must consult the Oracle. Go get help. Go get help. That's what she said.
Listen, you know full well.
Because that caught me off guard when you said that.
You know full well that was the best thing.
We must seek the Oracle. You have to do the lippy hands. Oh, God.
Speaking of which, real quick.
I love how we're going off subject. This movie gives us a lot. Trust me, this is not a sign of us not liking this. This movie sucks, but it gives you a lot.
I understand. I laugh. I still to this day, before we move on, that in the sequel Rise of an Empire, they got somebody that's Australian that tried to be like Gerard Butler. And I'm like, dog, just be yourself, man. You're not Gerard Butler.
It ain't working.
Stop it. Stop it. All right. You're not Gerard Butler. Just let it go.
We're going to do the rainbow in this bitch. We're going to do a rainbow crackers in this bitch.
No, fam. This movie.
You ain't it. You ain't it.
Like, buddy.
Man, you ain't got that Scottish flair we was looking for.
Like, please, less of this.
That pure Greek Scottish flair.
No, less of this, more Lena Headey, please.
Exactly. I need more Lena Headey because she was kind of commanding the room more than this not Leonidas guy here. Like, just.
Lessonitis.
Do you fight better
God, I hate that.
No.
I hate that.
No, the line. No. The line in the movie. Do you fight better than you fuck?
Man, right.
Anyways,
I'm like,
Lena,
that's it. I'm done.
You already too good for this movie. Stop doing shit.
Hey, she was collecting.
I'm mad it wasn't her that said that in the movie.
I'm laughing that she really rolled into that movie to collect a check. Like, I'm back. All right, cool.
I just love how she did that, and the next thing I seen her, she was giving head to her brother in Game of Thrones. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome. It was linear. It wasn't a linear. It was going upward.
Upward. Speaking of which, so
the incest.
Incest goes up.
Who knew incest could be so awesome?
So what gets the tragedy, because in these movies there's tragedy that hits the main character.
Always a tragedy.
Mike Banning, apparently, I'm gonna say it, he killed the president's wife. And you might be like, how did he kill the president's wife? Well, what happened is apparently 3 of the president people didn't know to just dive on the fucking trunk of the car so they can counterweight it. Nah, we gotta pull it down.
I like how these niggas are grabbing the back of this shit. Like, this nigga's leaning on. You got 2 dudes sliding off the trunk, yeah.
No, stop. See, D, first of all, you used a great example with the phone. First of all, here's the edge of the bridge. Here's the car. The limo, that much was already gone. It was already dipping this much. 4 Secret Service agents getting on the trunk was not going to offset it.
It could have.
No, it could.
But
on ice.
I know, but
on an icy ass bridge, and these motherfuckers doing 60.
But Mike,
let me get this right. Y'all leaving Camp David in a snowstorm
and hit a deer going about 35 miles an hour. They were going 40 until Mike said, "Hey, ease up 5 miles per hour less."
I like to believe that they hit a VFX deer because all we saw was the hit.
That shit was a blip.
Hey guys. How did you like this scene right before that?
Deer.
The non-rendered deer. Remember when we got non-rendered? Remember we got non-rendered Michael Rooker jumping off the flying off the
guys. It was the non-deer from Initial D that got his victory against the race car drivers.
Shut up.
I swear, folks, there's an episode
with podcast. Shut up.
Tech won because a non-deer made this guy in his Honda hatchback like, oh shit. And Tech just, I'm like,
Tech be winning all bullshit. He be winning all bullshit. This nigga ain't got no real skill. He just be winning off people reacting off of other shit that has nothing to do with the race. One nigga kept looking at leaves. One nigga looked at a deer that wasn't there. The other one just said, "Nigga, I got a skyline. I got his." Wait, how the fuck?
Nigga, you're going downhill on the skyline.
One nigga got a skyline. I got his ass, man. This is
spoilers for the last race. One guy looked at Tech like, this nigga actually gonna fucking beat me going riding reverse. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. I still stand on board. Look, Eris, look. I understand why this. Eris, look. I understand
engine
why
blue,
and
he still
engine
won.
blue. The engine blue, by the way.
My nigga went reverse, and that guy was like, "This son of a bitch gonna fucking beat me. Ain't that a bitch?"
The reverse is only one gear.
Hey, y'all. Goku, Alucard, Tack, OP. Them the gods right there, bro. This nigga went in reverse.
Mount Rushmore of
he went Eris. He went
Eris.
He went reverse in a Corolla and won.
Yeah, the guy he raced.
He went reverse in an 80s Corolla.
The guy he raced literally looked at him like, this nigga will fucking beat me in reverse. Ain't that a bitch?
Oh man, how does this Japanese Max Verstappen fucking wash y'all on this in a regular ass car? Eris, look.
Kart racing engine, D, to be fair.
Group A.
Eris.
Group A engine.
It's a Group A engine. Yes, it's respect it because it is a grr. It's a mean one. But that being said, Eris, I know how he won that race. If you would have hit the gas 4 times going downhill in a skyline, you should.
Anyways, Mike cuts the president.
Eris.
But hey, I gotta be real. Mike cuts the president out. His wife fucking goes down and crashes. I gotta be real. If I was Mike, I'm looking at the president like, hey, dog, game is the game.
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. Shout out to the movie for having restraint, because when that car flipped, it hit the ground. Boom.
Yeah, see, any other movie,
I would have had the flame be a skull.
And CD, and you pointed this out before we started this podcast. You know, the lack of explosion. I'm like, first of all, I'm mad that they actually died from that, because the drop didn't even seem like it was that high.
But here's the thing, sir. It would have been perfect, because you gotta bear in mind too, it's winter. They actually drowned, because remember, it hit that fucking ice water and then it cracked, and you didn't see it, but you saw the fucking river crack. So they had to drown. They had to drown. They had to drown.
But still, Chris.
D has a problem with that.
Wait,
when
D,
you just said
D, hang on, hang on. Chris, the car goes over. The bridge is not that high. This is the same bridge from the beginning of Batman Returns. This is the same bridge from Beetlejuice. It's not that high.
This is the same bridge that was on Robin Hood Men in Tights. Sir, stand up, nigga.
Sir. The ice at the bottom has plus 50 on block.
Chris. First off, Chris.
And the car apparently in the ice is minus 50 on durability.
Thank you. Plus 50 on block. Hey, ice got advantage. Ice got advantage, buddy.
Also, we don't know this. We didn't know this, but when the car went up, Ashley Judd like, I got my seatbelt off.
I think I see a parachute.
She's okay.
Hey, you know what? Look, I just said she took off her seatbelt as it fell over. They get in there. What's going on with the first lady? Hamburger meat, sir.
Actually, I'm jumping ahead. Can you imagine this? And they would have probably kicked me out the writer's room for this shit. All right, guys, imagine. End of the movie, we think Rick Yoon is the bad guy. All of a sudden, we see a bloodied up Ashley Judd. It was me, husband.
You didn't try to save.
You didn't save
care about the demilitarized zone outside of Korea.
They would have kicked me out the writer's room and just gave me my fucking severance pay and told me to get the fuck out of here.
They would have got rid of me. Well, they would have got rid of me when the Koreans came flying in there. I'm like, this is what you do. So they come in. Well, first of all, hail to the chief. Woo, the red, white, and blue. That's what I would have did.
First off,
I would have did that.
First off, D, that would have been all the movie's budget if they did get that song.
No. Getting that created song would have been worth it. Hold them, it would have been worth it. It ain't me. Oh no.
Second off, what was the end game to the Koreans just shooting up randos? That was.
I want to know what the end game of this. All right, so let's get this straight.
Well, before we get to that, I got to throw in my idea. See, they would have definitely kicked me out of the room for being extremely cliche, because my cliche idea would have been this: when everything looked like shit was really about to be the end for this movie. We just see her coming in with an eye patch and like 2 freaking M16s and just mowing down all of the remaining terrorists. Yeah, all the remaining North Koreans, they would all get murdered. She's got like this crazy ass ponytail. She's in like full fatigues and everything. And you want to know, hold on, D, and you want to know where the hell did she get this training? Blame the 18 months. Blame the 18 months that passed after this trash.
Actually, we're jumping ahead to the third movie.
Also,
Nick Nolte trained her.
Nick Nolte trained. No.
Harris. Yes. When she shows up, he was like, Gerard Butler, like, all right, we got to go this, but we don't got enough bullets. Don't worry, we got enough. Unlimited ammo.
Unlimited.
Turning to Chuck Norris and fucking Expendables 2, where he just had the double barrels and just.
No, see, that's funny. Having her have the freaking bandana for infinite ammo. No. Again, I'm being ridiculous now with my while I'm being cliche. The Infinity face paint,
man.
I'm just saying, man. That's the best way to go for it.
You know what got me though? So why did I say Greg? Mike. Mike ends up
Jason and Kevin.
So Mike, in predictable fashion,
there's a Tony there, there's a Randall.
he ends up stepping down from the Secret Service because the president clearly doesn't look at the guy that he blames for his wife's death, basically, And
he lost a smile, man. He lost a smile. Bro.
Well, I mean, when you go from Secret Service to working a desk at the Treasury Department, and your girlfriend is like looking at you like, so you just working a desk job, you ain't a real man. So
I wish she would hit me with some shit like that. Oh, you used to be something when you was killing. You was killing indiscriminately for the Uncle Sam. You was a man.
I could hear.
You working the desk.
I could actually hear her saying this. One first lady gets off, and everybody tripping.
I like how Cole Hauser.
Hey, white bitches die every day, B.
Hey, look, Cole Hauser, when they were talking this at that cafe, kind of had that same energy, D, when he was like, I mean, dog, you didn't have to go to the Treasury Department. You could have been hanging with us, man. I'm just saying. Hey,
Cole. You actually pretty good you're actually pretty good in what's the face? Yellowstone. He's actually really good in that show. Good for him. I'm glad Cole Hauser actually got some solid work. He's actually not that bad of an actor. You're dying in this. You need to shut the fuck up. You just shut up.
I like to point
Mind your business.
I like to point out too, real quick, about Yellowstone, D. I find it funny that people are shocked that Yellowstone is a highly rated show. And I kept telling folks, I'm like, because you guys are so focused on streaming, you're not understanding on network television. Yellowstone is cleaning up.
It's eating on streaming
it's
too.
It's money.
Eating on streaming too, on both sides. I love saying this. Kevin Costner found a banger. And the dude that's running, I forgot the guy that actually runs the whole junk. Taylor Sheridan.
This man found
1887 was a I love that.
The fact that they managed to peel off spinoffs off this shit is shocking as hell. I'm like, dog.
And seeing, look, y'all, dog, 1880, whatever it's called, whatever. I forgot. Yeah, 1886. I think that's the name of it. Whatever. But motherfucking Sam Elliott had me actually crying. I didn't think that Sam Elliott was that great of an actor. Sam Elliott being depressed is like, this is good.
This is Wheelhouse.
This is real good. He killed himself at the end. I was like, fuck, man. I knew he was going. Me and my wife were like this. He was going to do it. He was going to do it.
First of all, let's get something straight here. It wasn't Sam Elliott that made you that made you sad. It was Sam Elliott's mustache. Okay,
D. I was wrong. It's 1883.
1883.
The second show is 1923, which follows
Yeah, I heard about that.
in the Great Depression. And then they got 66666, which is in the present day with a different ranch. Dear God, that's insane. Speaking of insane, what is the end game?
No, because now it's like I have to investigate this now. But
now people don't realize this. North Koreans were used for a lot of movies during this time period because everybody hates North Koreans.
And they were the new big bad. They were the big bad at the time because a lot of people, especially during the late 2000s and early 2010s, white people were scared the Koreans were coming for us.
They shelved the Chris Hemsworth, his debut in films was supposed to be the Red Dawn remake, and they shelved it because the United States at the time was kind of in conflict with North Korea, and they would have been in bad taste to release that movie and shit. So we saw him in Star Trek, and that's when people saw him and stuff. But when you go back and look at Red Dawn, it's like, ooh, because Red Dawn, I believe, came out the same year this movie came out too. So that's like this and that. And it's like the way they do the North Koreans, it's like, wow.
Yeah, they make, like I said, they make the North Koreans a new big bad. And if this is where this scoots right in to United States propaganda. Oh, what's the face? Top Gun ain't propaganda. Olympus is down. Oh yeah. United States good. North Korea bad. Boy.
Now Rick Yoon plays a terrorist leader whose dad got killed by the South Korean army, and his mom stepped on a landmine. Goddamn, stepped on a fucking landmine, American landmine. So now he got grievance with the Americans. Now I'm like, she stepped on a landmine, dog. Guess the game. Sorry.
No. See, but Chris, you gotta understand that the landmine was American made and
made in America.
Made in America. That was all.
They should have did a flashback where she steps on it, and all of a sudden you cut to like a piece of the landmine that says "Made in America,"
made in USA.
But sorry, when he said that, all I thought was Jackie Chan. Like, I know about Simtex. You know about Simtex. You and I, we come from the same place. You are not alike.
I have.
Yes, I did the full getting hit.
I have to. I gotta point out. So something that we need to understand, you guys, is Officer O'Connor sucks at checking pulses because apparently Johnny Tran did survive that gunshot, left LA, left his family, and set up shop in North Korea.
Time out.
Shut up, Harris.
Time out. He got stabbed in the fucking head. There ain't no way he survived that shit.
No. I said, Chris.
Oh, you did reverse. My bad. I'm about to say, I was like, you didn't go to Fast and Furious. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I'm saying he went from that and set up shop in North Korea. Changed his identity.
That feels like a step down because North Korea isn't necessarily technologically advanced.
Yeah, they ain't got hot dogs in that country. I don't know why.
Hold on. No, see, fuck all that. This is where both of you are wrong. Both of y'all are wrong.
It's like reverse Wakanda in North Korea. What are we talking about?
No, see, but you say step down. First of all, this man led an entire army that took out the White House.
Yeah, they went guerrilla warfare. They went very guerrilla warfare.
All right, look.
I took it out in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
You took out America's best in 13 minutes.
I'm sorry. That's when D just started laughing uncontrollably.
They had fucking machine guns on the side of the fucking B-52, and I was like, that's bullshit. There's no way.
You mean to tell me a B-52 made it into DC airspace?
No. How about this, guys? How about this for some inventive shit? They put freaking 50 cal minigunners inside of dump trucks.
Here's my thing. Maverick would have went upside down on that B-52 and shot it down, and it would have shut this whole thing down and end the movie right there.
Speaking of which, what's going on the ground, D, when they shooting down? Niggas doing this. What are you hitting?
First off,
what are you hitting?
Here's what I don't get. They're literally murking fucking Tyrone going out for lunch on his lunch break at the State Department for no fucking reason. I'm like, you imagine you eating a burger downtown and all of a sudden a fucking B-52 you eat a fucking bullet from a fucking B-52?
Like, damn. I knew there was salt on this burger.
And the fucking Secret Service is just shooting up in the sky like they really gonna do damage to a B-52. Get the hell out of my face with this shit. Get out of my face.
It's a B-52, dog.
It's like you ain't touching the. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like it's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous, man. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh yeah, D, you're like.
I know. I'm sorry. They lit. I was seeing all this, and also, by the way, what's up with that backyard in the White House, like, or whatever?
That should be because isn't the backyard supposed to, no, Pennsylvania Avenue's in the front part of it. So the back should be
no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But you see it looks
did
like
they get this off of did they go off of Microsoft Flight Simulator for this shit?
It feels like it, yeah. Oh, yeah, better question. Hey, guy that always gets sniper, always get the sniper in any game. Why are you shooting at the plane? Are you actually hitting the what are you doing? What are you? I like how there's gunfire coming, and he still has a gun aimed at the damn ship like he's doing something.
Hey, I like how Gerard Butler was daydreaming, and then all of a sudden he goes straight into fucking John McClane mode immediately.
Hey, it's action time.
White tank top turning brown by the end of the movie.
Oh, still has a Secret Service clearance. And I call bullshit on that because as soon as you get out from the Secret Service, you don't have no.
You're done.
Clearance.
You're out of it. How is this nigga not only no? See, look, I understood when he went into the White House, he hit that little code. He knows that little secret password.
Yeah, cool.
The second you get on the computer going
thumbprint,
I'm in.
I'm like,
the second you do that, it's like no. And then he had the fingerprint. He put his fingerprint down there. I'm like, no. So you weren't never. Wait, Chris.
18 months.
He was never taken out the system.
18 months.
That's security.
Somebody needs to get fired. Somebody needs to get fired.
First of all, he stepped down. He stepped down from the detail. For all we know, he probably still held his clearance.
All right, look.
Even then, you wouldn't have access.
I get the clearance. Fine with the clearance.
But you wouldn't have access, though.
If you type in anything down, any code in the White House down, the way he was doing, that is a security problem.
No, you're right.
That is a problem of national security.
You're
Why
right.
does that non-activated agent have anything to do with this?
D, you are 100% correct. You're 100% correct if that happened in real life. But considering that this is a movie with the most unbelievable shit to take place in a span of 2 hours,
most believable flag that I have ever seen in my life.
Hold on, D. The most unbelievable bullshit to take place in the span of 2 hours. I'm willing to look the other way.
Guys,
I am too, dog.
Did you guys love how the fact that in the first scene that we see Dylan McDermott, I was like, oh, you're the villain.
Oh, the second I saw Dylan McDermott, I was like, and no, I liked how he was like, it's like, how much did it take to sell you out? I don't like you. I was like, all right, you know what, Dylan?
There was a reason why.
There was a reason why you're not even trying with this.
But you know what's funny though? As much as I said Dylan McDermott, in the back of my mind, I was thinking Cole Hauser was going to be the one to heel turn. Pretty much just because we've seen Cole Hauser do it before, kind of thing. So it's like, well, maybe Cole Hauser. Oh, it's Dylan McDermott. Cool. And again, his rhyme and reason was on some like, yeah, you think the North Koreans have beef? You sold us out, Mr. President. I'm like, all right, guy, I get that you hate the imperialism of the president, but they ain't worth fucking working for North Korea, my dude. Like,
and then like what? All right, look, and this is where it gets into the weird.
Clearly not thinking big picture here.
He really didn't.
This is where I like to ask screenwriters, especially during that time. You do realize North Korea is not as nearly as threatening as y'all make it look to be, right? You do realize these niggas are still trying to get a rocket to properly get into Japanese airspace. Again, and you mean to tell me
they're inverse
that they got the wherewithal? Do you know that most of the country is malnourished?
Again, they're inverse Wakanda.
These niggas ain't gonna do nothing.
They're inverse.
They're gonna be too
Wakanda.
Hungry. They have no technology yet.
None.
Yet. You try to steal their flag, they'll throw your ass in the gulag, though.
So let me get this shit straight. You mean to tell me 25 North Koreans who somehow harbor themselves in the United States?
30.
30.
Get thrown in the gulags only to be executed by their stormtrooper soldiers.
Let me get this shit straight. So there was 30 of these niggas. They harbored themselves United States. You know what? Let's be fair. They probably came down from Canada. Whatever it may be, they were in our atmosphere. You mean to tell? I thought you were going to say North Korea was the Mississippi of the world. I thought that's what it said. I read all of that wrong.
These guys took out the Secret Service double tap, by the way. Kudos to them for that.
Yes.
Yo, you take out Secret Service members. You know Secret Service members are ex-Marines, ex-Rangers.
Apparently they ain't shit in this movie because Cole Hauser.
Super cops, yes. Let's look. Shout out to the guys in the Secret Service who came up through police force, those super cops. Good for them. But yeah.
Listen, all those guys in this movie, they were all 2 days to retirement.
Man.
Dog.
Did you see how all of them ran to the door? Did you see how all of them ran to the door thinking that they were going to do something only to get gunned down?
Gerard Butler had one dude that he covered. And he's like, "Come on, man!" And the dude made the mistake of turning his back and I'm like, "Whoa!"
My dude, duck and ninja run. Do something.
Nah.
You don't upright full sprint.
The best part
don't work.
The best part
for
D.
You got bullets flying.
Hey, the best part for D. Cole Hauser. Olympus is falling. Here's me. Oh, so that's why they call it that.
As he takes out the one guy and the other guy was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Well,
yo, hey, Cole went out.
Like the code word for White House is Olympus. That's great.
Hey, yo, Cole Hauser went out like your boy Mel Harris. Fuck you.
Fuck.
Oh man, like I said,
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm happy for Cole Hauser. I ain't gonna lie. For that dude.
Rick Yoon and his boys fucking pulling a fast one on the Secret Service in the bunker. I approve of that. They got him good on that one.
Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem, directors.
Hey. He tricked them with the glasses. See, he did. The glasses off. Evil.
You know, look, let me get this straight. Hey, actually, guys. Hey, Chris.
Glasses off.
Hey, Chris.
Evil.
Do you know what the Americans did to my mother? That's hey, Chris. That being said, I just realized something. Let's yell at the director real quick. Mr. Fuqua. It's always great when a black man is running behind the camera. Hey, yo, Tone, come here real quick. Nigga, what the fuck are you making? Do you see this plot structure, my nigga? Did you tell anybody to slow? Oh, we didn't paying you. How much they paying you?
Stop. No, D, stop. All
right, cool, nigga. You got it.
Stop, D. First of all, see, you're going at this all wrong. You can't even yell at him. You want to know why?
Why?
He ran the script by Denzel, and Denzel co-signed it.
Are you serious? Wait, what?
I would like to believe that happened, but
don't do that. Don't do that. Like
I was about to say, wait.
I have a feeling. You know what's fucked up?
I know I made that sound very convincing.
No. I have a theory. I have a theory on this one. I have a theory that he went to Denzel and was like, "So, I want you to be president in this movie. You know, Olympus Has Fallen." Denzel took one look at that script and was like, "Nah, I'm good." Nah,
he just looked at it like,
he talked to Morgan yet?
No. He's like, you talked to Morgan? Before he asked that question, he hit the Alonzo Harris laugh and then said, "So, my nigga, you talked to Morgan about this?"
I know, right?
What you doing? I got something better. It's not this.
but
hey, no. Actually, Chris, because black people, black upper crust niggas know about this. I got something bigger. What the fuck you got? You know I was doing Fences, right? They're not about to make that a movie. They're talking about it.
And I got something else.
I told you.
Hold up.
Viola said yes. No, she did not, nigga. Yes, she did.
And hold up. I got something else that's going to equalize that movie.
Man, you ain't getting another one, nigga. So they came up to you and you know how black people
actually.
So they came up to you and asked you again.
Here's the sick part. Same year here's the sick part. Denzel couldn't even do this anyway because he did 2 movies.
What he was doing at that time anyway?
He did Safe House and he did Flight. And then 2013, the year that this movie Olympus Has Fallen came out, he did 2 Guns with Mark Wahlberg. 2 Guns was a better option. personally to me for my money. Cause I like Two Guns.
I don't like Mark Wahlberg though. Chris, we've been through this.
You're not supposed to.
We've been through this when we did Fear this past summer. Which, by the way, listen to that. We already went through this. He's weird. I have a weird relationship with Mark Wahlberg. Like, I don't like him, but I
think also what's interesting with Fuqua with this movie is that I'm not saying Fuqua can't do big action, but I think his wheelhouse is action that's subdued. Because you think of the
smaller scale action.
Yeah. We think Replacement Killers. That's a dope movie to me because it's in line with the small scale like type stuff. And I think Olympus Fallen is only big like action film that he's done.
And this is not no, that can't be the first big one he did because he did
in terms of like big action spectacle type.
Spectacle. No.
Yeah.
Domino wasn't an action.
I mean, technically King Arthur he did.
King Arthur see, this is what I'm talking about. But actually, no, that goes into what you said because King Arthur wasn't that great. It really wasn't that great.
Yeah, that was a weird
from a direction standpoint, it really wasn't that awesome to me, man. I don't know.
I mean, he had the fucking cast of white people, Joel Egerton and Matt Nicholson and fucking Clive Owen and shit. I was like, damn.
He was trying to get something, man. He was trying to do some shit, man. But
he did come back with Infinite though, but that's like Paramount Plus shit.
But still, it's like when it comes to Fuqua, I think he's all right. He's just I wouldn't say he's like, he's okay. He's all right, man. Yeah, especially after let's just be real. When you do Training Day, everything is going to be second rate to what you do. You know what I mean?
But also, he did a movie that me and Eris love. He helped produce Bullet Train, so he's good in my book. Yep. He's good in my book. I love him.
He's solid.
He's like he can do it all. It's like, oh, you helped produce Bullet Train? Thank you. Okay, USA.
Stamp of approval.
So wait a minute, Fuqua did that?
Yeah, he helped produce Bullet Train.
Produce.
Yeah, he'll produce and stuff. But so our boy manages to find a bulletproof vest, rolls them sleeves up, got himself an MP5, and he's ready to fucking kick ass and take names.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
Basically. Hold on, he has a Bluetooth earpiece. D, y'all remember he has a Bluetooth earpiece that he's talking. That's a satellite phone, and he gets a contact.
I like how. Shout out to Angela Bassett with that wig. Shout out to her with
that was a wig. I didn't know that.
That probably wasn't a wig, but to me, the way it was like shaped on the head, like Angela, how your real hair look like, girl?
No.
You ever look at a wig? You ever look at a woman's hair like? I bet all of that's like stuffed underneath that shit, isn't it? Yeah. Why you do that? That's what they wanted. Okay.
Now, the big thing is that Kang Yunsak, who is the Korean ultra nationalist that's terrorist. He's trying to get in contact with the code. Was it the weapon Cerebus, which is this feels very low budget Metal Gear when as soon as he says Cerebus. It's a three password code to control every nuclear device in America.
The Cerberus passcode.
Yeah.
Cerberus. Given the three people, like given the three Cerberus. People, given the three people, the president, secretary, and who's the other one? It was the president, the secretary. No, the president, the secretary, and who was it, dude?
I thought it was the commander of the military or some shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say the commander. I was getting ready to say Richard. Director. I was getting ready to say Richard Clark's position.
Speaking of which, I have never seen. Look, I love when villains do villain shit. This man, Rick Yoon, beat the shit out of Melissa Leo. Like, didn't give a fuck. Just straight kicked to the fucking rib multiple times. Just
I loved it.
Out of him. I'm like, whoa.
I loved it. He's like, I'll never talk. Cole, bop, bop, bop.
Here's what got me. I love Melissa Leo because her acting's so great. She's all like, what is that? The only thing that was missing was her, you hit like my mother. I was waiting for it, but she didn't.
Yo, this bitch later on was getting dragged out. No.
That part right there. This part. I was gonna say that part right there where she was getting dragged out, saying, like giving the Pledge of Allegiance. I was like, yo, she really trying to go out like a full G. She said herself, that I do not want out of this shitty day is for my tombstone to say that I went out without taking without a fight.
The only thing missing is Melissa Leo getting up and say, "I didn't hear no bell."
That was the only thing that was missing. When she got up, he was like this. He was like this. We told you to move. America moves for no one.
If they had put
no,
what I would
say this.
What
Eric,
I wish is the.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said what you got to say.
What I wish was the moment they let her hands free, she turned around, put them up, and said, "I could do this all day,
man." It's a tough old lady right there.
Yo. Somewhere Lauren Boebert was watching that, rubbing the living shit out of her clit. I want to be like that. America. No, in real life, the second a white dude's coming there, you be like, ah!
Again,
I hate all of those congresswomen. I'm a tough congresswoman. I believe in guns. Like,
all right.
Shut up.
Hey, Melissa Leo got more balls than you, lady, and that's a fictional character.
Yo. In real talk. That was
a fictional character.
In real talk, I know this is
ready to die.
I know this is messed up saying what happened to her husband, but I got Nancy Pelosi doing all of that shit. Nancy Pelosi showed up next day on the door, busted head, missing teeth. So, if this was a Republican, he wouldn't do all this shit. Like I said, straight up.
I gotta be real with you, man.
Eric, now it's time for me to really take the piss out of Nancy Pelosi. I'm gonna still fuck over America. Oh, yeah. I don't care now. Concussion actually made everything clear. I'll fuck all of y'all.
I gotta admit,
I want to make all your children gay. How about that, nigga?
Give me some kente cloth. I want to kneel right now.
This is for Ruth.
Me and Chuck. Nancy Pelosi on top of the White House with a pump action shotgun. Hold on, connecting. Kente cloth bandolier with the koofy hat. Chuck Schumer coming right on the ATV. Come on, get on.
Like I said, this is for Ruth.
That being said, I was telling myself this whole time. All right, D. The presidents that how will any of this go? Bill Clinton would have been like, whoa. When we investigating them? Didn't I tell you to kill them? Why didn't you?
Like I told you to do that 3 years ago.
If this was North the whole time, like, what the fuck, man?
If this was George Sr. Hey, fellas, why are you here? I paid you off. Why are you here? Hold on. If this was Reagan, kill all of them right now. No, you ruined our country. All I heard was America was right.
Obama.
Obama. No. Obama would be like this. Yeah, I understand what you're going through. Hey, do me a favor. Look behind you right now. Yeah, that's a whole lot of guns behind you, son. Now, you give up?
Actually,
now,
son,
there is
take 2 steps to the left, 2 steps back. Perfect.
There is a way. Now listen, there is a way that you can still get out of this with your life intact.
Man, just see laser sights.
I just need you to. I just need you to put the guns down.
Now, Eris, this is going to be your favorite. Mr. Bush, it seems that the North Koreans have attacked America. Dick, what do we do? Nuke Africa.
Honey, call the ambulance. Heart attack right now.
Look, nuke Africa.
Bear in mind.
Hello? Look, hold on. Young Ping. All right, man, now check this out. I need you to get out of the country right now. Yeah, I got them going to Africa. Y'all can go up to this is what you do. Look. Shut the fuck up. All right, look. All I need you to do, just get to Syracuse. If you get lost, push the OnStar. All right,
Why I got a feeling, D? Why I got a feeling that Dick Cheney keeps a copy of the president's code written on a napkin.
Boy, no, knowing Dick Cheney, he got that joke tattooed on the inside of his face. Like I knew this thing.
The invisible, no, the
6, 7, 5, 8, 9.
The invisible tattoo. Those invisible ones you get. The black light tattoo.
He has a black light on his pin.
Oh God, he's like this. Did we lost the codes off? Yes, we did. I need you to call Doreen. I'm having a heart attack. All right, now the last one, y'all. No, the last two. Okay, what would Trump would do? First off, I let him in. Like you don't have no Korean friends? Well, I guess you're racist, but I'm not racist. You know, the Democrats were racist. The Democrats are racist, especially crooked Hillary. Oh, she was crooked.
No, D, you did it wrong. You did it wrong. First of all, he would never even say the Democrats. He would just say the left is racist.
The left is racist. You know, the woking of it all.
You gotta trust me, because you guys are doing an amazing job.
Now the final one.
Popped by fucking damn Rick Yoon and shit in the head, and I'm like, God damn, really?
Yo, now the best part, the last one, y'all. What would Joe Biden be doing? Mr. Biden, what are you doing? I'm putting on the gloves, Charlie. It's time to teach these Koreans how we get down. I've been waiting for this day. No.
Set it off, D. He opens up the fucking damn weapons closet. He just takes out the Captain America shield. Time to get to work.
No, because he just happened to be watching the movie at the time, Chris, he'll say it. All right, let's show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown.
Hey, Chris. I got the best one. Joe Biden, look, all the Koreans are right there. Joe Biden, what do you want to do now? Joe Biden walks out there, grabs his shirt, rips it off. He got a tattoo. Look, the Scranton says straight out of Scranton on his back. Hold on, Eric and Chris. I think he's just going to heat mode. Look, why he fight niggas is a cutscene.
He's got a tattoo of he's got a Minecraft tattoo on his arm.
Gotta admit, I would watch that movie with old ass Joe Biden looking ripped as shit.
Joe Biden going Yakuza 7 on a whole bunch of Koreans.
Can you imagine? It cuts to Rick Yoon running towards him and Biden running, and they jump in the air, and it cuts to the fucking dynamic fucking intro and shit.
All of a sudden, Joe
Make it
Biden,
even better.
United States president.
No, make it even better. He has make it even better. Biden has a buddy that we don't see until like at the last minute. He's saved by Mr. Rogers.
Man,
looks like you're here. Oh, son of a bitch! You made it.
That was always my favorite. My favorite meme about Mr. Rogers was he always wore those sweaters because he was a former Marine.
Look, man.
Looks like it's time for us to take out a lot of people who.
He legit saves him by yeeting a shoe.
Yeeting a shoe. These casual Adidas are here.
Adidas.
All them fight lessons that Mr. President was getting from Mike didn't save him when he tried
to
do
a goddamn
thing.
He
tried to go commando on Rick Yoon, and Rick Yoon was like, "Nigga, what kind of punch is that?"
Saying, look, I'm just going to be honest with you.
He didn't make it to the CQC portion.
Man, nigga, if that was Obama, he would have did a bat body drop to that nigga. That's about all Obama could do. That's about it. I'm not saying he's a specialist. I'm just.
This was the beginning of his second term.
Oh God, man! Obama would have had them niggas killed by the time they made it to Delaware. I'm just saying. Look. Because the biggest problem I had with this movie was just true. Look, stop dumbing down America.
Yeah.
Okay, we are the kings of plane up here. Doof. Boom! We're the kings of that crap. So
my thing is this: that bomber had a lot of fucking flares for a bomber. I'm like, there's no way it had that many fucking flares. That's
you
bullshit.
See all those flares come out, yeah.
Hey, D, I agree with you. We're the kings of hey, how about a magic trick? we're gonna make this chopper disappear.
Oh,
speaking of which, can we talk about that fucking Lego fucking Star Wars helicopter scene of them trying to go after the fucking White House and shit? And this like, all right, we got a plan. We're just gonna zigzag.
You mean the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare portion?
Okay, I want people to understand.
We're going to serpentine.
Here's the setup. Mike is telling them. Mike is literally telling fucking the Speaker of the House and Director of the Secret Service, like, hey, hold back. Let me get some recon before we do it. Robert Forster, playing the good old general of the army, is like,
I've been here before.
Yeah,
let's do what we did in Desert Storm.
Desert Storm. And the helicopters.
It's always a general reliving the last Great War. So in this case, Desert Storm.
Not Iraq.
It's always a general. No, it's always a general going with. There's always a general going with the surefire plan that's impossible to fail. Impossible.
Look,
Air Force.
Look, it is always this shit. It worked in Korea or some shit like that. It worked in Burma. It worked in this place. It worked in this. Look, it worked in this country that America fucking demolished.
You want to know why you don't want to know why they idolize Desert Storm? Because as a former Air Force person, Air Force folks jerked themselves off because it was an air battle at Desert Storm. It wasn't even a ground battle. It was air.
Oh, man. That's my problem. America, we are the kings of elbow dropping a country in 2.5 days. And you mean to tell me we let 30 niggas scoot into DC?
You seen Black Hawk Down. When we're on the ground, we get mollywopped, all right?
Oh, yes.
Understand something here. We get mollywopped on the ground.
Bro, this is this is like going through Act 2 in Modern Warfare on Legendary.
Man, shout out to the soldiers who are putting some of the very, very scary shit they had to go through over there in Iraq and in the 2000s when they went over there and invaded Iraq. Shout out to them niggas that there was like 14 people out there. There's only 6 of y'all pinned down, and somehow y'all made it out of it. I mean, killed everybody, didn't kill no civilians. Shout out to y'all. Like, for real. I don't know how y'all did half of that shit. But you mean to tell me 30-something Koreans and a hot Asian one took it all out.
Well, too hot until Gerard Butler sniped him with a fucking pistol from like 100 feet.
Oh yeah, she was like with a pistol.
I was like, bro, he shot her through the fucking eye thing. I'm like, that's bullshit. You had a fucking pistol.
Hey Chris, you know it's a bad day when a 9mm
when a
took you out from 1,000 feet.
Like no, it's a bad day when a 9mm plays rock paper scissors with a sniper rifle and wins.
It was the most random thing ever because he sees a sniper like 150 feet away. And he just is.
Look to y'all.
That's some shit you would only see in Battlefield.
That's Halo 1. OG Halo shit.
Yeah, but look, if any of y'all ever played a beta where the sidearm is way too powerful, that's what that is.
Welcome to Doom 2016.
Man. My man, Gerard.
I'll never forget Mag. I'll never forget the game Mag. These knives were the best thing in the world. You might as well just stab everybody. There's no point of even shooting. Lord have mercy.
I mean, look. Gerard Butler was Mr. I'm snapping next because his first order and task is finding the president's son, who apparently loves playing hide go seek in the White House. So you automatically knew where the little dude was at.
I like how your boy,
the best player. He is the best player. He is the hide and seek champion. All right. 2013 hide and seek champion goes to that kid.
2013. All right, 2013 and 2020. Don't fuck with that kid in 2020 because he's gonna be the shit in fucking Among Us. Don't fuck with that nigga. He the nigga that always want to play Among Us and like, no, we don't.
I mean, like that dude. I mean, the thing of it is, I thought it was going to be because again, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. in the back of my head, I thought the kid was gonna help Gerard Butler throughout the movie. Nah, he gets them fucking. He gets the army like, hey, get this kid. No, I am not protecting this kid. This is not gonna be an escort fucking damn game. No, get this kid out of here. Get him out.
You're not gonna be the kid with the laptop from RoboCop 3. We ain't doing this.
Nah, bro. Nah. You know, because
I got a question. Hey, Mike. Don't let my dad die like you let my mom die. Yeah, I haven't gotten over that either. He just crawled back.
Just pops upside the head. Yeah.
Nigga, I ain't see you in this long. All of a sudden, ooh, I got your back. What about my mama's back, nigga?
Hey, did you love the
know what we found in there? Scrambled eggs. That was a break. My mama. That's a little kid too. That's a little kid too. He would have been.
Did you love the trope of the president trying to bond with his son real quick? Like, hey, I got 3 minutes, son. Let's get some ice cream. I'm like, there ain't enough time to get a scoop of ice cream out the fucking thing before you gotta go. What are we doing here,
Chris? Chris, that's not even enough time to make it out the room.
Thank you. I got about 3 minutes. Let's go down and get some ice cream.
Hey, son, we got 3 minutes to go downstairs in the White House. Yo, Chris. I just want to put this out, yo. I want to put this out here.
I'm like, nigga, you a grown adult. Walk your ass down to the goddamn kitchen.
How in the hell? Like, son, you in the White House. This is the most secure place for right now in the whole world. Because apparently, son, we ain't had 30 Koreans who had 165 days to make this plan. Just walk
1,000 pounds of Semtex C4.
Just cruise into DC via Suitland Parkway and just run right up to the
1,000 pounds of Semtex C4 to blow up the gates of the fucking front of the White House and the front door of the White House.
Again, also they had vans with miniguns not dragging around.
Don't forget the trucks. Don't forget the dump trucks, bro. They had freaking like turret holes cut out of the truck just so
I gotta be now you're probably saying, well, they had dump trucks, guys. They want to see them. Hey guys, this is hey everybody that'll live in my city. This is what would have happened. Hey, how you doing, guys? I don't see any blacks and I don't see any Latinos. All right, Ching Chong, come out. License of registration. That's what it would have happened.
Oh, the guns would have popped off
in this city. In this city, if you catch anybody hauling trash and ain't a black person or a nigga named Juan, put a gun to him. What's he doing? What is he doing?
Time out though, too. We saw recently, number one, trucks driving in DC is already an anomaly, so that's a red flag right there. You can't even drive a truck. You can't even drive a truck on a Suitland on BW Parkway.
Dog, as a dude that worked in the truck all through DC, do you know how many times that we had to do parties around the Capitol building and we had niggas with AKs like, hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Ain't nothing in this truck, right? All right, man, stay black. That happened to D.
It's like, my bad.
Lord, man. That's what I'm saying. There's no way in the world any of this would have went down. There's no way in the world he would have went down. That being said, though, how did you like when the torch came out and shot down every American helicopter like it was nothing? I got a question. Lucky Martin, are you making all of our stuff out of paper mache? What's going on?
Something I really wanted to point out was these guys were running around with copious amounts of Pelican cases filled with RPGs and machine guns.
Gerard Butler happens to combat roll and just shoots one off to take out the fucking missile launcher. I'm like, oh.
I like how he has a regular Glock and he is wasting niggas, John.
Well, no. Remember, he got in the White House. He finally got a assault rifle. So
it took long enough for.
Hold up. But you know what this was? This shit started out damn near as a handgun only run.
I know it really was. It was a handgun only run at that point. It was like, oh,
I'm sorry. As soon as he made it into the White House, all I heard was do.
Hey, if Fuqua wanted to make a challenge for this movie, it should have been knife only run.
A knife only run. No, Chris, this was pistol only any percent.
I know, right?
Non-lethal kills.
Non-lethal kills.
Can you you imagine he shoots the fucking trank at all the guys?
Boy,
like,
all
shit. He fell
all
off
these Korean niggas got concussions on the ground.
This will be a pistol. Like this will be a pistol, no damage, no save run.
It ends with Rick Yoon having a trank dart in his fucking head and shit. And he's like,
oh man, they like stabbing people directly in the head in this movie, didn't they?
No. Rick Yoon gets stabbed with a stun knife.
Hey, real quick, y'all. We didn't mention him at all. Morgan Freeman plays the Speaker of the House. And as we all know, if there is no president and there's no vice president, the Speaker of the House runs the country. And immediately they drop everything to his lap. And Morgan Freeman said, they're going to fire my black ass the first day I have this job. I can't believe it. They're going to set me up. These motherfuckers set my ass up with a whole ass terrorist attack. And they expect me.
Wait, D. Actually, no. What I really think went through his mind was, well, I do believe that this day has really come. Couldn't say that I've seen this coming, but now I got to take on the responsibilities of being the president. I am so fucked.
I just
as my daddy used to say.
Either get busy living or get busy dying.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
I remember the first time I actually got this job. I told myself I don't want to serve under this motherfucker. But now I am the motherfucker.
Damn.
Now, who will serve underneath me?
But
it's not my choice right now. Now I have to lead this country.
I remember when I came into the office and I met Mike Banning. Nice white guy. Nice white fellow. Clean cut. Didn't bother nobody.
I'm about like, damn. I'm really.
He was a Republican and I was a Democrat. We didn't see eye to eye.
Now, damn. Here I am, about to put my entire career in the hands of this one white man.
I don't know why the country voted for him and not Barack Obama, but apparently they wanted to go back to a white man.
I just find it funny that Angela Bassett only took this movie because she's never worked with Morgan Freeman ever.
Are you serious? Is that the only reason why she did it? Go ahead, girl.
Like,
see, you know you a bad bitch.
Hey, opportunity knocks, you fucking take it.
That was definitely an opportunity.
Here's the thing.
That's a check mark. It's like, oh, I get to work with Morgan Freeman? Check.
I like how Angela Bassett went from 6th gear and dropped it to 4th gear, and yet is getting more movie roles, more TV roles, and all
3rd gear, sir. You're nice. You said 4th gear. 3rd gear, sir.
Yes, 3rd gear.
This was especially for her role.
She decided to do TV, and when she did, I'm like, she ain't gonna do nothing. She been on that. What is it?
Acting her ass off on 911. I'm like, God.
On 911, she been in American Horror Story almost all the seasons. Angela Bassett, look, see, Angela,
and then got the nerve. And then
she can do whatever the fuck she want.
And then got the nerve to bump it back up to fucking 9 for fucking Wakanda Forever. Like, hey, I need to get this fucking damn award. So
no. We're look, no, guys. It's time for us to tell the truth. We got mamas that are your age. Stop this, bitch. Stop it. Stop.
Felicia Rashad is like, hey,
I wish Felicia Rashad looked as good as you. Angela Bassett. Oh, Courtney B. Vance like, y'all niggas had it.
Y'all niggas had it.
Courtney B. Vance. Courtney
B. Vance rides that line of corny nigga, but he's super black as fuck.
No, see, you said corny nigga. When he was Johnny Cochran, I think that was him putting his dick on the table. Like, hey, you thought I was corny,
man. Courtney B. Vance several times. That's my problem.
Exactly.
see, Chris, I agree with you, but as a person, as a fan of Courtney B. Vance, that's wrong.
Man, that dude put his dick on the table with fucking Johnny Cochran. I was like, when he said nigga,
Courtney done that several times in his career. He did it in Law and Order. He did it in Law and Order all the time, where he's like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to act.
But here's the thing, though. It's just interesting. It's like the whole time, like, you're seeing him systematically take it down, and then when we finally get the big fight between Dylan McDermott and Gerard Butler and stuff, it feels very underwhelming a little bit, don't it?
Hey, look, Chris, Dylan McDermott versus Gerard Butler. Did you really hear Solid Snake versus Gray Fox? Did you get anything out of that?
Look, I had hope.
Really?
Right? I had hope.
Chris.
I had
Chris.
hope. All right.
Chris, this is Wolverine versus that one nigga in Alpha Flight that's weak as fuck. Why are you even trying?
Did you guys?
Think of nobody about,
no. Did you guys like? Did you guys?
I couldn't think of nobody of Alpha Flight.
Wolverine versus a random dude from Friends of Humanity. All right.
Now hang on. Did you guys like? Jesus, Friends of Humanity. Jesus. Did you guys like? Oh, did you like how he tried to play Alan Rickman being I'm one of the hostages with the American accent and all.
Mike, they got us at gunpoint, man. You gotta save us. I'm like, bro.
This nigga tried to hey, Chris. He tried to clay his way.
All right, real talk, Chris. I'm coming in there saving everybody. I got the tank top thing going on. I see Chris. You all right? Yeah. And there's not one drop of blood on you. I'm gonna shoot you right in the face.
It's like, sorry, Chris. Bam.
Like, hey, like,
do you see the carnage that was outside? There's no blood on you.
I'm like, hey, man, you all right?
He did it. Yeah. He did it.
Like, yeah, this place is just, it's just got me rattled, man. I don't know what to do. Then you go and fuck it up by name dropping the dude. Hold up, how do you know the dude's name?
Fight scene.
See now,
just had to be it. You just had to fucking did you? There's always some shit like this. Like, shut up.
It's like, why?
You should have shot him the second you seen him. What was the whole? Dude, you're here too. What was the whole point of that?
Hey,
what was the whole point of that?
Again, this was White House edition Die Hard.
Chris Harris. If either of you in that position, just shoot D in the dick. Just shoot him right in the dick. Oh well, D, you're dumb. That you did that.
Hey, Chris. First of all, you and I have seen about every season of Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. Norman Reedus would never.
No.
Wouldn't even hold a conversation.
No, he would have kicked through the damn vents and put a fucking arrow in fucking Rick Fune's head, and that's credits right there.
No. I'm talking about having his friend show up, his friend coming to help him. I'm like, nah. Snipe. He rolls up on Bannon. You good? You know who that was? Yeah. You good?
Guys, can we I think
my man kills him.
I think
without a second thought.
I think we haven't talked enough about how our boy Phil Austin looking like fucking Steve Bannon.
Yes. Yes.
It's uncanny. It's uncanny as shit.
It's kind of he is with the little the bottom chin going on.
It's the hair. It's the fucking hair. I'm like, that's Steve Bannon. That's Steve Bannon. Just it's not as gray, but it's Steve Bannon.
Not as gray or disease looking, but it's him. Yo, man, Steve Bannon looked like a living herpes. I'm just saying, man. There's a little old herpes. Did you love how Did you love how Did you love how Kane tried to pull the rope-a-dope and Mike was like, hold on. He was on a helicopter? Something don't feel right. That's too easy. Why would he take the president on a helicopter? That don't make sense.
Right. It's like he's still in the bunker. Like, he's still in the bunker.
He's still in the bunker. Still in the bunker. No, he's still in the bunker. No, this is bullshit. He ain't going to helicopter.
You know what? D's going to say this. D is going to say this one thing. I know anything about the United States. They would have killed the president just to stop a nuclear launch.
God's plan, nigga.
First of all, you know for a fact they were still in the bunker because the PAL code still haven't activated.
I know.
Yet.
What is it? The PAL code.
Now, so the big thing
Mike,
was
you must take the key card and make it cold.
So the big thing they did was Cerberus went off, but they weren't launching any nukes. What they was going to do was make them all detonate underground, which, yeah, that's scary. But I'm thinking to myself, I think that would actually kind of backfire because aren't all the silos and all the stuff underneath?
Detonate that kind of all very, of them very inside of their silos.
But the nuclear fallout wouldn't even happen because it's be protected underneath the silos.
And the silos are built just in case one of these things happen.
That may be. But apparently these particular nukes that are tied to Cerberus.
These are special nukes.
These are special surface-piercing tactical espionage.
Surface-piercing nukes.
Surface-piercing nukes. Surface-piercing tactical espionage action bomb.
I will give it this much. If anything to me, it'll be like a whole lot of earthquakes. Like, damn, what was that? Hey, y'all, for real, don't drink water for a while. Like, that's like the only thing I think.
That corn is fucking glowing mysteriously green there, buddy.
Hey, y'all, don't breathe like too hard. I think that's like the only thing you got to worry about.
It's like, why do I grow an extra limb?
They really wouldn't worry about it because
you do realize when Fukushima
Southeast would sink.
You didn't realize when Fukushima blew up, only like 18 niggas caught that shit. So I'm just saying.
The fights, here's another issue I have with this movie. Was it just me? I had to turn the brightness up on my fucking TV.
Oh, it was.
I tried so bad. I couldn't see nothing. Especially during the when the helicopters came in and I couldn't see nothing.
I thought it was my TV and I had to turn the brightness up. I couldn't see nothing.
This was that weird time.
Thank God for HDR.
No, this was one of these weird times because I was watching on my phone. So, of course, I'm stuck with whatever I get. But I'm still thinking to myself, this is during that weird time where movies were way darker than they needed to be. Like in the early 2010s, they were kind of like that. They were just way darker than it needed to be. Like I don't know whether it was because TVs were changing or whatever like that, but they were just darker. I don't know why.
Somebody at the beginning of this video game didn't turn the brightness settings up, and shit.
Yeah, I didn't see the X. I saw the X. I didn't see the X.
You make sure you move the dial over so that the image is barely visible.
I hate that little barely visible. Like, fuck that. I need to see it. Nah. I need that thing just. There are some games you can make it a little bit blurry, but some like, nah, nigga.
Nigga. I go YOLO. I put that bitch on fucking 95. I gotta see everything. Fuck that shit.
You sound like now you sound like my son when he played when he played Amnesia the first time. Nah. I'm making everything bright so I can see where it's at, son. I don't think that's how the game works.
You know what? Here's what gets me about this movie, right? How is it that Call of Duty did a better version of what Olympus Has Fallen has done?
Because Call of Duty is a video game.
And on top of that, they've been doing this for years.
But just narratively, though, that's the crazy part. Narratively, like that whole sequence of, Russia attacking the Eastern Seaboard was done way better than what this movie
you know
did.
what? Usually when you make propaganda like this, you don't kind of care. You just want it to be action-filled.
First of all, when you have a quarter of Moscow invading the Eastern Seaboard as opposed to just a handful of North Koreans, there's a difference.
Also, how is it that the video game PG County was more believable than this fucking Washington, D.C.? Just saying, like, yes, it was a bullshit PG County, but fuck it. All right, suburbs of PG County it is. Cool. I don't know where in PG County this would be at, but, hey, cool. Got you. I feel you.
It's like, all right, believable.
Yeah, believable, so not as believable as the final fight, which I felt was a little underwhelming.
Very.
The final fight it felt very underwhelming. It's not like I was expecting it to be a long, drawn out fight, but man.
I mean, like pretty much what happened was he shot the president, and Gerard Butler, for some reason, gets down to the bunker undetected and takes out everybody except
takes out the sub boss with the quickness, and then fucking fights fucking Kang. I was like, wow, that sub boss had like what, this much health?
yeah, that's when he got stabbed. That's when the president got stabbed in the stomach. And
he turned into Drake and started just rooting for Mike. Like, get him, Mike. You can punch him. It's great.
Shout out to Harvey Dent's butt chin right there. But this was the scene.
Bear in mind at this fight.
See what I'm saying? You see how dark this thing is?
Now, hold on. Bear in mind that this fight took place with less than 2 minutes before Cerberus launches. Less than 2 minutes. Hold on. If they wanted to make this movie even more ridiculous, the timer should have been set to the president's heart.
Here's the sick part.
I like how he was kicking his ass, and then he catches this nigga off guard. Click. Rolls on him, got his arm, and when he put him on he got him in the arm bar. Your boy just looked like this, like.
Well, this is how I'm going out.
Also, so the new
that's why I said I couldn't bring it up because it's a dark ass movie, man. Ugh.
So the new Modern Warfare, spoilers, dead ass at the end of the game. It's just like this movie where your character has to get a briefcase and put in codes. Dead ass serious in Modern Warfare 2, you have to put in a fucking code to deactivate a nuke. bear in mind, it's more tension filled in Modern Warfare 2 because you have people looking for your ass. Now, trade secret: if you hide underneath a desk, you can actually avoid all that shit. I found out, and I was like, oh shit, this works. They can't find my ass with a big ass briefcase underneath this fucking desk. All right, cool, fine, whatever. Video game logic. I'm cool with this. I mean, this movie, Gerard Butler apparently he can type 60 fucking shits per second and shit. And I'm like,
okay. You know, he is the everyman.
Oh, yeah. Took typing classes in high
school. Former Ranger and former Secret Service agent, former badass.
A+ in typing
all
class.
The way very, 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 very authentic American too.
He
apparently doesn't know what hashtag means.
But he got a minor
Shift 3.
Got a minor in fucking computer science, so he knows a little bit of C++, a little bit, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, man.
Just a little bit.
I mean, that's the shit you learn in basic training, though. You know what I mean?
Couldn't get into Cisco. But
he knows Hello World. He knows how to do that with fucking done. Fucking pristine. But nah, he deactivates the thing, and everybody's like, "Yay!"
The world is saved.
As him and the president are walking outside New Orleans White House, and I'm like, I
still want to point out why in the White House would you be holding next generation weaponry that's roof mounted? Why would you have that? Why would you have that on the property?
I feel that could be a real thing. Can't quite.
I believe there might be a turn up there. I can believe there'd be one turn up there or something.
No, but come on. Who's to say having something like that should be unmanned?
Well, let's test that
because
theory out.
All it takes is a hacker.
I'll buy a mini drone and try to fly it over DC and hope to God I don't get shot down. Because apparently, funny enough, I think during the pandemic, apparently, like DC had an influx of unmanned drones from people flying in DC airspace.
They did.
And they got shot down by Secret Service, and they were like, "Yeah, you ain't supposed to be flying them shits in DC."
Oh no, Chris, they were sniping them out the sky. And this is what when I heard about that
short.
Man. This is the thing. Everybody, I need y'all to learn this about Washington D.C. Okay, the shit you see in movies, that's movies. Okay, the shit that happens in real life in D.C. is far more scary.
There are snipers on those. There are snipers, no bullshit, on those buildings.
Do you know how many guns? There are rockets. Do you know there's actually there's what you call them? Those the anti-air missiles. They're all around DC.
Hey, Black Lives Matter.
Around DC.
Black Lives Matter Boulevard. There's a couple of snipers over there.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
That's their job. They get paid 6 figures for a reason. Let me look. That's my only problem with this movie. Like, I'm fine. I can buy into all the bullshit because I did.
But my thing is like, fucking plane and burning on the National Mall. Fine.
I'm like, my problem is like, y'all need to respect the gangster of the United States of America. That is all I'm saying. Like, y'all know how I am. These the big peace-loving communist ass nigga. You know who I am. But
I just felt the Koreans should have had a little bit more.
This is America.
They should have had more casualties up front during the initial invasion. That's all.
Hang on, gentlemen. They were able to get away with having that one drone flying around because they did that shit at night.
Mm-hmm. At night.
My thing is this: like, I would have been suffice if there was a little bit more casualties on the Korean side when they initially invaded the White House, because at least then it's like, all right, America ain't no bitch. We took out a good chunk of this squad.
Steamrolled.
They got steamrolled.
They steamrolled all the Secret Service.
Man, I didn't know that Godzilla took out the Tokyo police force slower than these niggas took out. Oh, shout out to the Capitol Police who were nowhere there when
they got shot by that big ass fucking bomber. Remember?
Yep. Also, if there's anything I can give give what happened. Suddenly a lot of jobs open up.
Because my man got his job back afterwards.
We need a whole new set of Secret Service.
I mean, Eris, your mama worked at OPM like my mama did. So, well, I'm glad I ain't go to work that day. That's my mom. That's my mom.
Can you imagine you at home and you're like, imagine you at home and you're like, glad I work from home today because fuck that.
I got telework.
No, it'd be like this. Hey, yo, cuz, man, I'm trying to go down to what's face house, man. We trying to get some weed. Yeah, man, I don't think we can going outside today. Yeah, man.
Also, shout out to
you just see the smoke coming from the White House.
Shout out to the 2 F-16s that killed an innocent family that crashed into their fucking house. God damn.
Like I said, man. Have
fun explaining that to insurance.
Yeah, F-16 crashed my house. Sure,
there's a missing house. There's 2 missing houses in Springfield right now.
You say Springfield? That was Alexandria.
When I saw that thing blow up, I was like, "Dang, Alexandria!" Because you know how planes are.
Arlington,
flying over.
Arlington.
You know what I mean? Arlington,
could be
something like
Arlington
that.
somewhere, but yeah,
I don't know. Those was houses, so.
So
whatever.
No. It's Alexandria being portrayed by Langley.
It's like this. But it's also this like, AD, yeah. If they coming in that direction from the White House, how did they come from the Chesapeake Bay? That means they would have to actually swing all around DC, then come out and do this way. Well, D, that's very simple. The motherfuckers that did this movie never seen Washington DC or its map ever in his life, so they just assume people just gonna believe it. They just see Chesapeake Bay, they see Andrews Air Force Base, they say, those are things in real life, and they just let it go.
They also made it seem like they made it seem like this, this terrorist organization was much bigger than what it was when they all got on the ground.
Yeah, they really were like the equivalent of Dead Cell from LR2.
Man, it was 2 basketball teams. That's all it was.
No, this is the genome soldiers at 100% their potential.
Dude, Gerard Butler was with the genome let me tell you something. Gerard Butler took out his fucking henchmen with ease, man. Snapped fucking multiple dudes' necks and shit. I'm like, wow, he ain't really have to waste a bullet much. All right, shit. All right, cool.
Bullets make too much noise.
I mean, the fucking sub boss before he fought Rick Ewan had this much health and shit. I'm like, well, that was quick. Next snap, bam. All right, let's go.
There wasn't enough time to develop that character in particular.
There wasn't.
See, this isn't.
Richard, there was nobody else. There was a villain that was actually flushed out. Even Dylan McDermott was just white guy. No.
See, for the sub boss, like, okay, Chris, here I can fix it. You know how you would have made him a more badass sub boss? Mm-hmm. Have Bannon kill his brother.
If
that character had a brother, and he just happened to be named Carl. You kill his brother and have him come back in the end only to get gunned down by the president, not by Banning. It would be by the president.
Another thing about this movie, and a lot of movies do this, I like how I find it funny that they somehow managed to get an actual anchor from MSNBC or CNN to actually do news anchoring shit in these damn action movies.
What's the name? I forgot his name.
Was it Lawrence O'Donnell, I think?
I think that's in that. I
think it's Lawrence. I
always see him on MSNBC, but I don't know his name.
I think it's Lawrence O'Donnell.
I know. If this was done today, it'd be Anderson Cooper.
Man, well, Anderson Cooper.
I think Anderson Cooper cost if you
wasn't Anderson Cooper in World War Z?
Was he?
He might have been.
Hell, he was in one of those
forever.
No, for real.
Yeah.
He's in one of those movies. But that being said, no, Anderson's like, no, if I'm going to be in a movie, you fucking pay me. And I'm like,
you know what? He's right.
Nigga, that's Anderson Cooper. You pay him, man.
He wasn't Wakanda forever. I know he had to laugh like, so I just say I say blah 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 dies. All right, cool, bet.
So what? No. Wait. So you get Don Lemon at a discount then?
Man, how much would you cost for Don Lemon?
Oh my God, guys. There's a plane. They just killed everything out there. It's like that. That's wrong, D. He ain't that gay, D.
On New Year's he is.
Oh, it's New Year's. Look. I don't even count Don on New Year's. I'm tired of y'all trying. No. I'm tired of y'all taking pictures of him and trying to say, oh, that's all the stop. That nigga's a nigga all his life. Stop trying to say he only get black and real catty gay. Well, look, the gayness comes out when he's
it comes out on New Year's. It comes out.
I'm like, no. When I saw this past year, I'm like, yo, Don, this is the 3rd year in a row, man. Chill, nigga. Chill, because if you come over here with no shirt on, they're gonna fire your black ass.
It's like when Wolf Blitzer was in fucking Iron Man 2 and shit, and then and the fucking the Stockman in Iron Man 2 as well.
Or the 2-second Obama appearance in Transformers 2.
And we was even talking about what was that? When we did The Fugitive, Lester Holt before he was even in on the main anchor in NBC was in the movie. They always get even low ranking anchors. You'd be like, I bet that's an actor. No, that's the nigga that worked for Memphis ABC.
But nah, man,
that's a real anchor right there, yeah. You know,
this movie, this is how I remember this too, because at this point, Twitter, a lot of us were kind of talking about this movie a lot and stuff. And like I said, the comparisons of White House Down and all that stuff. The Croods beat it out opening weekend, and I remember everybody befuddled that the fucking Croods beat it out because they were.
I don't know how to this day. I don't know how the Croods did it, man.
I don't. I guess I don't fucking know.
Like to me, it's an okay movie. I've seen it twice.
But also, I forgot Olympus Has Fallen beat out Oz and Great and Powerful, and I remember everybody jerking themselves off in excitement for Oz, Great and Powerful, and I saw the movie and I was like, oh
boy, you want to talk about that? See, Chris, there are certain flashpoints I can see what millennials did. That was one of them. That was okay, Linda. We got that little dark story you wanted out so bad. Can we make regular? No, you can. We need Alice in Wonderland that way too. Okay.
But
I will never forget. I will never forgive any of you millennials that are taking these villains and making them. I'm tired of it. Oh, that's the one thing I hate about my generation. We did that with way too many edgelords. I hate that.
There's a couple of movies in this top 10 that I have to comment on. One, Spring Breakers. I have to comment on that one because that was the one where we had what's his face looking like Riff Raff and shit.
Spring Break. I barely remember that song.
Yeah. That was basically all the Nickelodeon chicks were all playing, sexy and shit, and they were robbing banks and shit.
Yeah, I know this. I barely remember that.
The Rock's movie, Snitch, where he has a Hispanic wife and not a white wife.
I barely remember that movie. Remember that movie.
Him and Mr. Punisher himself, aka fucking Bernthal. Bernthal played his boy who was Hispanic too, even though I'm like, you're the most white Hispanic motherfucker in this goddamn movie. Yeah, The Rock had a Hispanic wife.
That was a movie that started a wave of black girls who wanted to have sex with Dwayne Johnson. All of a sudden they flipped, and now he ain't black enough to do anything.
Yeah, they flipped.
That's when it started. It started in this movie.
No. It was really G.I. Joe when he had two black ass kids, and it was like, so where's the black wife? Oh, nowhere to be found. So Rock don't like black women.
I mean, you know what, black girls.
Doom.
This wasn't
Doom did not need. Doom had no room for women except for the one. So.
And ever since then, they like, oh, he never would have black.
Tyler Perry tried to help him beat the rap by putting Janet Jackson as his love interest, and I'm like, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. Sorry,
it's not going to. Here's me. Hey, Tyler, I see what you did.
Unearned win.
No.
In a movie.
You say unearned. It's the most unbelievable ass fucking connection I've ever seen in my fucking life. Ain't no way.
I like how this woman.
I'm still saying it was an unearned win.
Oh, it was unearned.
Hey, Chris. I like how this woman, who clearly needed to go to therapy, drove her man away and drove him away with not only homophobia, but got this dude killed. And you got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I gotta be real. In real life, he would have survived that hit.
It didn't even look like it. When you look back at that movie,
especially
in that scene, it really didn't look like dude died. I'm like, bro, he
would have had a neck brace, like
neck.
Hey,
brace.
I hate you, bitch.
Hey, were y'all like me? When he's driving and he stopped? He's like, "Are you ready?"
But flip side. I like
Malik Yoba turning the car around like he about to hit it.
Flip side though, I like how, and I don't know whether to believe this or not, or whether The Rock is just chasing trends. I like how he immediately is just latching on to fucking Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, I don't believe you, Rock, but okay.
No, I don't believe
it's
anybody.
About pride.
Like nigga, I don't believe nobody attaches themselves to Megan Thee Stallion. You're just a celebrity. That's all you are. That's not because there are certain people, and I love Snoop Dogg, but anytime Snoop shows up, it's not a black or white thing. That's what I kind of mean. You know what I mean?
Snoop.
He's Megan as much as I can say whatever I want, she's earned that celebrity to the point where people just want to be around her. She's magnetic like that. So to me, that's not a black or white thing. It's when people try to make that a black or white thing where it gets really stupid to me. And that's the reason why I hate a lot of the discourse. Because it's like, shut up.
And the third movie, Jack the Giant Slayer. That was a thing.
Wow.
That was a thing. I forgot that movie.
You want to talk about a movie that was a flop? I thought it was okay, but it flopped.
It had an idea, but that was during that time they were taking all these fairy tales and trying to throw some action into it and shit.
Exactly. Again, I will never forgive all you millennial edgelords for forcing these movies.
How do you waste Ewan McGregor's talent? Obi-Wan Kenobi, you wasted him in that fucking movie.
Well, you want to talk, like I said, the Giant Slayer, Hanson and Gretel, they both had that same flavor of, oh, that's a good idea, flop.
Oh, also, the movie that everybody fucking sucked the dick out of the same year, Silver Linings Playbook.
You want to know what? I only seen it once, and I don't remember nothing about it.
Basically, two crazy people that are made for each other.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember nothing about it.
Bradley Cooper
I just remember,
a guy
like
that
you
loves
said,
the Eagles a lot.
Yeah, I'm just a good-looking guy. I like the Eagles, but
you could be crazy a little bit.
I'm problematic. You know, I'm Philly. I'm problematic. Hey, I'm a forceful girl who hasn't worked out her problems, but I'm perfect for you. Yeah, and I'm toxic too.
So
but we should fuck.
So, guys, this movie, you know, despite White House Down, despite White House Down being the better film, it managed to get 2 sequels.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the fact that it's like it really hit. Because again, former Golden Globus, they knew like, yo, get some just wang bam action, just blowing up shit, just go for it. And to their credit, you get 3 movies out of it. They got a formula and it works. Because I kind of, to be honest, I kind of like London Has Fallen way more. To be honest, that's just.
Do you like it more than Angel Has Fallen?
That's a tough one.
Angel was good, man.
Angel was good. Gotta admit, it was.
It was really good. I really hate to be that guy and say that I think it's the best of the trilogy.
I mean, and also
I gotta see London. I really gotta see London Has Fallen because I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch it enough.
Oh, okay.
Put it that way.
Okay.
And Angel is still fresh in my mind. So like when I go back and watch this movie, I'm like, okay, this movie was crazy.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why this went the way it went.
Mm-hmm.
Because Olympus Has Fallen 70 million and made 170 back.
60 million for the sequel.
With White House Down, that was $150 million and it only made 205 million back. Ooh. That's why it didn't get a sequel. That thing barely made money.
They knew how to
crap.
Yeah. These movies, they stretched their budgets out. And I think that's the reason why I like London Has Fallen. They eased up on the CGI and they actually did film it in London. And I think it's because the company behind it, they are overseas. So it made it easier for them to go in London and film the scenes. So they didn't have to do a lot of CGI. They focused on the action. So it didn't feel like, again, this movie was filmed in New Orleans. And I'm just sitting back like, why can't you just make up a story about the president visiting New Orleans or some shit?
No, this is just during that. But Chris, this was during. But this
Peace
was
Summit in New Orleans. I don't know, during Essence Fest. I don't fucking know.
But this was.
I don't know. Hey. That's the only thing I know that's big in New Orleans.
But this is during the time where New Orleans, it was super cheap to film at.
They filmed that shitty ass Fantastic Four movie in New Orleans.
You remember the year? Look, I don't know if anybody look. If you were alive at the time, you would know about. People would know about this. But after Hurricane Katrina, it was well known that it was ultra cheap to shoot in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, all that. So there's been a ton of movies that were produced down in Louisiana. The thing for D, this is just me. I don't know what the state of Louisiana is doing with that money or whatever, but it feels to me Georgia took advantage of that situation and made Georgia become a media hub. You mean to tell me they haven't done that with motherfucking Louisiana yet? How's that even possible? You see what I'm saying? That should have been easy. Like, you're filming movies, Hollywood movies down there. And yes, even the real B movies too. A lot of B movies were filmed in New Orleans. But that being said, you would think they would have done something with that, but they haven't really did.
Just wait. Just wait for New Line or somebody to film the Resident Evil 7 movie spinoff in Louisiana.
They probably are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know how they
that one took place in Dolby, Louisiana.
But that's what I'm saying. Every time they shoot down there, they don't do what Georgia do. Every time they shoot in Georgia, made in Georgia. You think they will get fucking? I'm just saying. I don't know what they're doing down there. But whatever, man. You know.
So
that's an interesting fact, though. Right after Katrina, that's when the filming in New Orleans.
But like I said, for them to go from and then $60 million for the sequel, and I believe what was the budget for Angel Has Fallen?
Probably the same amount, probably a little bit more.
$40 million.
Woo!
They went like, how do you trickle? And well, no, because the history of the company was they started. Because for every movies that they were getting success with the Angel Has Fallen, with the Olympus Has Fallen series, they were experimenting around with other big movies that didn't get any returns, so they had to kind of downsize as
they were playing it safe.
Yeah, so that's why Angel Has Fallen made the money that it did. It's like, well, it's a $40 million budget, so no shit.
Let's look in contrast in that same year. Hellboy came out and that was $50 million and only made $55.
Yeah,
Millennium had a lot of problems. So that's all I can say. Let's put it this way, Chris. It wasn't a sinking ship. There's a couple holes in this motherfucker, though. There's a couple of them.
I mean shit. So where
but it ain't sinking. That we good.
So where are we at on next time?
Next time will be the Wild Bunch.
Yeah.
If they move, kill them.
There's gonna be a whole lot of old actors.
So real quick before we go, Millennium Media, after Angels Has Fallen, Rambo Last Blood, both Hitman Bodyguard movies, Till Death, Jolt, and The Protege.
I forgot Millennium did Protege. Protege was actually decent. It was a decent film.
Yeah. Oh, and the Antonio Banderas semi-underrated movie, Acts of Vengeance.
I don't remember. I remember it.
It's a direct-to-DVD movie, but it's like him and with Antonio Banderas and Carl Urban is in the movie.
I was going to say, but this would have been a completely different movie because, well, D would get this. Do you remember a certain movie that came out in the 70s that was supposed to be called Acts of Vengeance, but they went with a much more suggestive title?
Who was that movie? What movie was that? I forgot what movie that was, yeah. What's that? That wasn't Death Wish. What was it?
It was Rape Squad.
Yes! Rape Squad. Yes, that's a movie. No, it ain't worth looking at.
It's not. Oof.
But anyway.
It's barely worth the riffing, but
anyway, next movie, we go back in the old Hollywood, and y'all motherfuckers better be up for that shit.
Tell your grandpa.
Ernest Borgnine is going to show up in your dreams. You're going to be like, hey, Ed Asner, what you doing here? He's just going to be sad.
Hey, tell your grandfather, tell your great-grandfather, tell your uncles to tune in for the Wild Bunch.
We know who Lee Marvin is. He's not in this movie. Well, he should have been.
He should have. We'll catch you.
We'll see y'all next time.
Next time, folks.
Olympus is falling. Also, let me get a cheese pizza. A couple biscuits. I'm losing a lot of blood here.
It's a flapjacks.
Nah.
Flapjacks.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Give me the works. Give me the works at Ben's Chili Bowl.
I want Chipotle bowl.
It's down the street.
Let me get a peach cobbler.
Hey, real talk. The way this movie went, Ben's Chili Bowl was literally outside the gate. They fucking.
Boy, there's like 5 niggas outside Ben's Chili Bowl. Y'all ain't closing, right? Yeah, that's like 5. I thought so, man. Man, you see all this shit, Mo?